Hey guys, Angry Beast here, and I'm bringing you some FAD gameplay on the map Dome. In this gameplay, I was playing with a friend of mine, OmegaLiar, and one of his subscribers, Silent504 or something like that. Sadly, I can't have the game audio in this one as Silent was a little bit loud and it was a little bit annoying, so sorry about that. But this is a pretty good gameplay. It ends up being a 13 and 19. 32 and 19. Sorry, and the host disconnects and the migration fails. So probably could have been a little bit better, but what are you gonna do? The host migration failed, and there's not much you can do if that happens. So I'm running around the FAD with the red dot sight, kick, sleight of hand, overkill, and stalker. And instead of running a SPAS 12 secondary in this game, I'm actually running around the striker trying to level that up. It's probably the best shotgun in the game, but when you're going up against other strikers who have damage and all that fun stuff, it's very frustrating when you're trying to rank your own up. So I guess I kind of got on the bandwagon late with the striker, and it's going to just end up killing me on small maps like Dome where everyone pulls out theirs. But the FAD is not a bad weapon nonetheless for this map. With Stalker, it's very good. I mean, you got the high movement speed Stalker, and you got the fast aim down sight of the FAD with the high rate of fire, and does have a little bit of low damage, but it's not as necessary if you can be a little bit accurate with your shots. So I really enjoy using this gun on smaller maps, but on larger maps, I can't recommend it. It's got a little bit too much recoil for long-range engagements. I'd say the MK14 or the G36 is better at longer ranges. But anyways, that's enough about this gun. I really enjoy the map Dome. It's one of the few maps in this game that really plays always fast-paced. I mean, I've never seen a team really try and camp in Dome. One time I can say it was in a team deathmatch in the Elite playlist. We're up against a party of people who decided to sit in a corner with riot shields in the house upstairs, and that was fun. But nevertheless, this is one of the most fast-paced maps on the game, and it's probably one of my favorites. Actually, according to the stats, it's the most played map in the game. So, yeah, it is one of the favorites in the game. So, um, I'm also running around the striker, but I don't really care for the striker too much. If you haven't seen my video about the USAS, I suggest you watch that because I talk a little bit more in depth about how I like the USAS better there. But nonetheless, the striker is probably the best close quarters battles killing shotgun in the game. A little bit less range than the USAS, but it's got the high spam ability and all that. So it does get less one shots than the USAS, but it definitely is better for follow up shots. It's just personal preference, really, and I prefer the USAS. I'm running the portable radar and C4s. I find the portable radar to be very helpful in objective-based game modes, especially when playing defensively, trying to build up a kill streak. Like I'm trying to do in this gameplay here. I'm not really just bum rushing. I'm trying to get as many kills as I can. I'm more playing a little bit more cautious, trying to build up some streaks for the video here. I'm running the assault strike chain. I'm running predator missile, attack helicopter, and reaper. And I get 2 helicopters in this game, and I get a reaper later on too. So I like the C4 for objective games because I can stick it on, say, the C flag, and I can be pretty confident that I can clear it out later when they start to take it. So it's a very good piece of equipment if you use it properly. It's not as powerful as it was in COD 4 or Black Ops or anything, but it's a very formidable piece of equipment if you know how to use it right. I have a couple of videos of me just throwing it over the wall, and I pick up a nice 3-piece here with the Predator missile. So I'm playing with OmegaLiar in this gameplay. He's a really cool dude. He's another commentator here on YouTube. You should check it out if you haven't already. Make some nice videos and stuff. He helped me get started. But let's see. I've already talked about Stalker on the FAD and how it makes it a beast of a weapon, but here I pick up the Reaper, and Reaper's probably the most fun kill streak in the game, in my opinion. Besides maybe the assault drone, but I really enjoy running around the Reaper. Not really running around, but using the Reaper because if it makes the enemies on the ground, it makes them seem like they're so useless, like they can't do anything against your Reaper missiles, except for run blind eye, but that's a different story. It's probably the most fun kill streak in Call of Duty history, in my opinion. The only thing that may compare is the RCXD from Black Ops. That was a fun 3 kill streak that you could just run around and troll people with, because I couldn't shoot it at close range, or else I'd kill them both. They can't run away from it because you're faster than them. It's just that was a great kill streak for trolling. But I digress. And after the patch, the striker seems like it's pretty much the same weapon unless you had it fully ranked up as what it was before the patch. So I don't feel that much of a difference since the recent patch. But some people have said it's a lot worse. Honestly, I haven't used it that much. I get the throwing knife there somehow. It's one of those weird things that happens occasionally. Yeah, I'm up against a couple USAS 12 and striker people in this gameplay, and it is frustrating when you got a whole team of people running with shotguns. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, you can sometimes get them at long ranges with your weapons, but it seems like the shotguns will kill you up to a ridiculous range in this game. But then again, in Modern Warfare 2, you had this past 12 killing up to like 20 feet. But to counter that, you also had like the TAR 21 killing in 2 shots up to about 30 feet. So, I mean, it's give and take. This game seems to be a little bit more on the side of guns do lower damage, but they do a high damage at close range rather than the Modern Warfare 2 guns do high damage but low rate of fire, and the longer ranges they do more damage. So, I mean, you get what the developers decided to go for with the feel of this game. It is definitely a fast-paced game, and I really enjoy it. But let's talk about overkill. In my opinion, overkill needs a buff. It doesn't do much for you, really doesn't. It gives you 2 primary weapons, and when you run it with guns that are as popular as like the striker on this map, there really is no reason to use overkill. I mean, I could pick up a striker just as easily off the ground, and that's better than the one I have. There really isn't any reason to use overkill. I was on the Den Curson forums earlier, and I was reading about some of the ideas on how to buff overkill, and some of them were very interesting. Someone suggested being able to use two proficiencies on your primary and secondary weapons. That's an interesting idea. I mean, if I could use kick and focus on my FAD, that'd be awesome. Or maybe range and damage on my shotguns. That'd really buff overkill. I don't know if they'd be considered overpowered, but that's one thought for it. Another idea is to let your secondary weapon have 2 attachments as well. But that, to me, doesn't make it that good. I mean, 2 weapon attachments isn't that powerful in my opinion. But another person had the idea of allowing your primary weapon to have 4 attachments and your secondary weapon to have 2 attachments. But I think 4 attachments is a little bit like I hate to say it, but overkill. There's no need for 4 attachments on a gun. Like, what are you gonna do? Silencer, rapid fire, extended mags, red dot? I mean, why? At that point, you're not really needing any of those attachments. You're just running around with a gun that does almost no damage at close range. It's got high accuracy, but I don't know. It's just something that's kind of funny to me. I mean, the only thing I could see 4 attachments being useful on is maybe a shotgun. You're going grip, extended mags, and silencer and red dot maybe, but silencer isn't that good. But if you could use it with range too, I mean, I don't know. Another idea for overkill though is to make it like a perk modifier, so it modifies your first tier perk. So if you have overkill and scavenger, I believe it gives you triple ammunition or something like that. Was the one guy's idea. Overkill plus sleight of hand makes your secondary weapon swap as fast as a pistol, which is a really nice idea. Overkill plus recon makes them stay on the map like twice as long as they usually do with recon. Basically, to counter the effects of dead silence. Overkill plus extreme conditioning, I believe, makes it so you run at the same speed as the lighter of your 2 weapons. But the host migration fails here, and that's the end of this gameplay. I hope you guys enjoyed. Pretty good gameplay, 32-19 with the FAD. It's been a nice gameplay, and I'm Angry Beast, and I'm signing out.